Hello students, in present video I am going to explain about 7th problem from consignment accounts lesson. I am taking this question from Telangana State Telugu Academy Inter Second Year Accountancy Textbook. But this video is useful to all commerce students who want to know about consignment topic. On consignment I made 11 videos. Video links are available in the description box. Let us see the question first. On 1st January 2020, Balaji of Hyderabad consigned goods valued at 50,000 to Shivaji of Sholapur. Here, Balaji consigned the goods. Consigned means sent the goods. Balaji paid cartage and other expenses 2,400. On 31st March 2020, Shivaji sent the account sales with the following information. 3/4 of the goods are sold for 48,000 rupees. Shivaji incurred expenses amounting to 1200 rupees. Shivaji is entitled to receive commission at the rate of 5% on sales. Bank draft was enclosed for the balance. Prepare necessary ledger accounts in the books of Balaji. He is asking the ledger in the books of only consignor, but we show ledger of consignee also. He is not asking journals. Let us solve this problem. See the important points of this question. Balaji is a businessman who is running his business in Hyderabad. Not only in Hyderabad, he wants to expand his business. He wants to sell his goods in Sholapur also. So he appointed one agent who is living in Sholapur, named as Shivaji. Here the agreement is Balaji sends his goods to Shivaji. Shivaji has to sell them in Sholapur. He can take his commission, then remaining amount Shivaji has to return to Balaji. So in this agreement, the person who is sending the goods on consignment basis is known as consignor, and the person to whom these goods are sent is known as consignee. Consignor sent 50,000 worth goods to consignee on consignment basis. To send these goods, Balaji, consignor, incurred an expenditure of 2,400 rupees. Consignee received these goods and he sold 3/4 of these goods for 48,000 rupees. Sale price is 48,000 rupees. If 3/4 of the goods are sold, then 1/4 is unsold stock. In 7th problem also unsold stock is given. So unsold stock value we should calculate in rough notes and entry has to be passed in the consignment account regarding unsold stock. Then to sell these goods, consignee incurred an expenditure of 1200 rupees and he is entitled to take a commission of 5% on sales. Sales amount 48,000, on that 5% will be 2,400 rupees. Now for the remaining amount, for the due amount, consignee sent bank draft to consignor. So for these transactions in the books of consignor, first we prepare ledger. Then we prepare ledger in the books of consignee. In consignor's books, we have to prepare 3 accounts now. Consignment account, consignee's account, goods sent on consignment account. For consignment account, we should prefix consignee's area's name. Consignee is living in Sholapur, therefore Sholapur consignment account we have to prepare. So this is a nominal account. Nominal account rule we have to follow while posting the transactions. Nominal account rule is debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. So consignment business related expenses and losses we should debit to this account. Consignment business related incomes and gains we have to credit. If you know that, then easily we can prepare consignee's account and goods sent on consignment account. As accounts we are preparing in consignor's books, Balaji's books, all these transactions we have to analyze from Balaji's point of view. Let us start the solution. First transaction is Balaji consigned 50,000 worth of goods on consignment. So this is 50,000 is the cost price of goods. Balaji purchased these goods for 50,000 or Balaji manufactured these goods by spending 50,000. So as this is cost price of the goods, it should be debited to consignment account. 50,000 rupees we should debit. And in particulars column 2, we are sending these goods on consignment basis now. Therefore, we should write to goods sent on consignment account. Means what is the entry based on this posting? Sholapur consignment account data to goods sent on consignment account. In Sholapur consignment account, we debited this entry and we are preparing goods sent on consignment account also. In journal entry, as goods sent on consignment account is credited, in goods sent on consignment account, credit side we have to post. Debit account name we should write Sholapur consignment account. So in this account, credit side by Sholapur consignment account. Next transaction is consignors expenditure. For consignment business, this 2,400 is expenditure. As per nominal account rule, expenditure is to be debited. So in consignment account, expenditure debit side we should show. And what to write in particulars column? Consignor spend this expenditure. In consignment lesson, our assumption is consignor or consignee. They spend any expenditure by issuing checks. So consignor issued a check for this 2,400 rupees. Then consignor's bank becomes a giver. Bank account is a personal account. Personal account rule, debit the receiver, credit the giver. As bank is becoming giver, we should credit bank account. Therefore, to bank account we should write. So what is the entry for consignor's expenses in consignor's books? Sholapur consignment account data to bank account. Okay? Bank account we are not preparing anywhere. Therefore, only for one time we have to post this entry. Next transaction is consignee sold these goods for 48,000 rupees. This 48,000 is income to the consignment business. As per nominal account rule, incomes are to be credited. Therefore, 48,000 we should credit to consignment account. And what to write in particulars column? This 48,000 rupee Shivaji has to return to us. So to us, to consignor, Shivaji is becoming a debtor. Debtor means asset. Asset shows a debit balance. So we should debit Shivaji account. So in particulars column, we should write Shivaji account. So what is the entry for sales in consignor's books? Shivaji account data to Sholapur consignment account. In Sholapur consignment account, we are crediting this entry and Shivaji account also we are preparing. In that account, we should debit this entry to Sholapur consignment account. Sales amount 48,000 rupees. Next transaction is consignee's expenditure. For consignment business, this 1,200 is expenditure. As per nominal account rule, expenditure we should debit to consignment account. 1,200 rupees we should debit. What to write in particulars column? This 1,200 is paid by Shivaji. And in future, we should return that 1,200 rupees to Shivaji. So to consignor, consignee Shivaji is becoming a creditor. Creditor is a liability. Liability shows a credit balance. Therefore, we should write to consignee's name, Shivaji. For consignee's expenditure, in consignor's books entry is Sholapur consignment account data to Shivaji account. In consignment account, we have to debit it, and in Shivaji account, we have to credit. What to write? We debited Sholapur consignment account. That account name we should write here. By Sholapur consignment account. Next transaction is Consignee's commission 2,400 we have to pay. For consignment business, this 2,400 commission is an expenditure. Expenses as per nominal account we should debit to consignment account. 2,400 we should debit. To whom we have to pay this amount? To consignee. So to consignor, consignee is becoming a creditor again. Creditor means liability. Liability shows a credit balance. Therefore, we should write to Shivaji account. So what is the entry? Sholapur consignment account debtor to Shivaji account. Remember, in consignor's books, for consignee's expenses, for consignee's commission. For both, entry is same. Consignment account debtor to consignee's name. In Shivaji account also this entry we should post. In journal entry, Shivaji account is credited. Therefore, in Shivaji account, credit side we should post. We debited Sholapur consignment account. That account name we should write here. By Sholapur consignment account. Now come to unsold stock valuation. 3/4 goods are sold. 1/4 unsold stock is there. So in working notes, we have to show the calculation of unsold stock value. Heading is calculation of unsold stock value. First, we should take the cost price of unsold stock. Total goods cost price is 50,000. In that, unsold stock is 1/4. So 1/4 of 50,000 we should calculate. 50,000 into 1/4. One numerator, one denominator we have to cancel. 4 ones are, then 4 ones are 4, 1, 2s are 8, 2, 5, 00. 12,500. To this value, we should add proportionate direct expenses, means non-recurring expenses of Balaji, consignor. Consignor's expenditure is always direct expenditure. So consignor is sending goods on consignment basis to Sholapur. To send these goods, he spent cartage expenditure 2,400. This 50,000 worth of goods only for one time he is sending. So this 2,400 rupees only for one time he incurs. As this is a non-recurring expenditure, we should consider this expenditure while calculating unsold stock value. So proportionate expenditure we should take. On total goods, on 50,000 worth of goods, consignor spent 2,400. But as we are calculating the value of 1/4 goods, we should take only 1/4 amount of this 2,400 rupees. 1/4 of 2,400. 4 ones are 4, 6 are 24. Add these 2 zeros, 600 rupees. Then come to consignee's direct expenditure. In question, there is no proper information about this 1,200 rupees. Consignee spent 1,200 rupee, but towards which expenditure he is spending that information is not given. When proper information is not available in the question, we should understand that this is indirect expenditure, recurring expenditure. Recurring expenses we should not consider while calculating unsold stock value. Therefore, proportionate direct expenses of Shivaji is nil. Now add these two amounts, then you will get unsold stock value 13,100 rupees. Then this 13,100 rupees we said we should take credit side of consignment account. Why? In 6th problem and in 5th problem, clearly I explained about unsold stock. So video links are available in description box now. Once you watch those videos, you will understand that point. So 13,100 rupees credit side we should write in consignment account, and for unsold stock we should write by consignment stock account. So entry for unsold stock is consignment stock account debtor to Sholapur consignment account. In consignment account credit side it appears and we are not preparing consignment stock account now. Therefore, second time posting is not required. Now, all transactions we have posted. Finally, we have to close these three accounts one by one. First, consignment account will close. If you observe, credit total is more than debit total. In rough notes, put the credit total 61,100 rupees minus debit total 56,000 rupees. Difference is 5,100 rupees. Credit side we wrote incomes, debit side we wrote expenses of consignment business. Income is more than the expenditure. Therefore, difference is profit. This profit where we should write debit side total is less, debit side we should write that amount 5,100 rupees. And remember, in consignment business, when we get a profit or loss, it should be transferred to profit and loss account. Therefore, in particulars column, we should write to profit and loss account. So for profit, what is the entry? Sholapur consignment account data to profit and loss account. If loss comes, reverse entry we should pass. Profit and loss account data to Sholapur consignment account. And profit and loss account we are not preparing here. So only for one time we should post this. Now two sides you have to put the totals. 61,100 rupees. Come to consignee's account. This amount's meaning is consignee sold goods for 48,000 rupees. From this 48,000, consignee should deduct the expenses which he paid to sell these goods, 1200 rupee, and the consignee should deduct his commission. Then the remaining amount is the due amount from consignee. He paid that amount by giving one bank draft. So that the due amount we should calculate first. Debit total is more. In rough notes, put the debit total first minus credit total 44,400. Credit total is less. Credit side, write down that amount. This amount he paid by giving one bank draft. Therefore, we should write by bank account. In Shivaji account, credit side we wrote by bank. So what is the entry for settlement of due amount? Bank account data to Shivaji account. Now two sides write down the totals. Come to the last account, goods sent on consignment account. Credit total is more. So same amount write down in debit side. And for this 50,000 in debit column we have to write to trading account. Means by transferring to trading account, we are closing this account. Put the totals two sides. With this, consignor books are completed. Now come to consignee's books. Ledger of Shivaji, consignee. In ledger of Shivaji, we prepare only one account, that is consignor's account, to know the due amount. Consignee is not concerned with consignment business related profit or loss. So he need not to prepare consignment account. And goods details he records in stock ledger. He doesn't prepare any account for that. So only consignor's account we are going to prepare now. Now all transactions you have to analyze from consignee's point of view. Because in his books we are preparing that ledger. First transaction is Shivaji received 50,000 worth goods on consignment. He records that information in stock ledger. Therefore, no entry for receiving the goods on consignment. For consignor's expenses, in consignee's books, we need not to write any entry. Then third one is consignee sold the goods for 48,000 rupees. Assume I am Shivaji. I sold goods. Customer may pay money or he may issue a check. Our assumption is we receive all incomes through checks. So when check comes from customer, I deposit this check in my bank. My banker receives the money from customer's bank. So my banker is becoming a receiver. Bank account is a personal account. Personal account rule, debit the receiver, credit the giver. As my banker is a receiver, we should debit bank account. This is not my money. I should return this money to consignor in future. Means to me, to consignee. Consignor is becoming a creditor. Creditor means liability. Liability shows a credit balance. So we should credit consignor's name, Balaji account. Final entry is bank account debtor to Balaji account. I am preparing Balaji account. In this account, credit side we should post. Because in journal entry, we credited Balaji's account. By, we debited bank account now, write down that account name. Sales amount 48,000 rupees. Next transaction is consignee's expenditure. I am consignee. I am only writing entry for my expenditure. So I spend this expenditure. I issued a check for this 1200 rupees. Then my banker becomes a giver. So bank account is a personal account. Personal account rule, debit the receiver, credit the giver. As banker is the giver, we should credit bank account. And this 1200 rupee at present consignee is paying. But in future, consignee should collect that money from consignor. So for this 1200 rupee, consignor is becoming a debtor. Debtor means asset. Asset shows a debit balance. Therefore, we should debit consignor's name. Final entry is Balaji account debtor to bank account. In Balaji account, we should debit. Because in journal entry, we debited Balaji account. What to write? We credited bank account now. Write down that 1200 rupees. So entry for consignee's expenditure in consignee's books is consignor account debtor to bank account. Next come to commission. For consignee, commission is an income. So income comes under nominal account. Nominal account rule, debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. As this is income to consignee, in consignee's books we should credit. This commission we should receive from consignor. So consignor is becoming a debtor for this commission amount 2400. Debtor is an asset. Asset shows a debit balance now. So we should debit Balaji account. Final entry, Balaji account debtor to commission account. As Balaji is debited, in Balaji's account debit side we should post. And we should write credit account name, commission account. Commission amount 2400. Once you observe the consignee's account in consignor's books and the consignor's accounts in consignee's books. So debit amounts are coming on credit side, credit amounts are coming on debit side. But particulars column, you should not write same accounts names here. Then find out the balance carried down. Credit total is more 48,000 rupees minus debit total 3,600. Then the difference is 44,400 rupees. This amount, as debit total is less, debit side we should write. We paid this amount by giving one bank draft. So for this amount we should write to bank account. Two sides put the totals. 48,000 rupees. So this is all about 7th problem from consignment lesson. Hope this video is useful to you. Thank you.